Yep. What? Yeah. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Crossfeed, episode 9. Yes, I said that I would do one more Crossfeed before season 1 ends, and I kept the promise, of course. And I could not ask for a better guest to end season 1. Her name is Ruby. She is a big old dragon VTuber who loves Final Fantasy and all the other fantasy games. Tonight's guest is also uh, pretty nice. She's pretty cool, pretty good first impression. Just kidding. You'll meet her eventually. But other than that, so like I said, season 1 will be over after this. So if you are expecting a little bit more episodes, haha. I'm just kidding as well. Other than that, everybody, I'm just gonna go right to it. So other than that, I keep repeating. Other than that, welcome, Miss Ruby herself. Hello, Miss.
Eh,
Hello, Miss Ruby. Hello. How are you?
hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very excited for this episode. Actually, I'm very looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
No, of course. Like I said, I can ask for a better guest to end off the season. So let's immediately get started with the questions because we know that we'll just talk each other's ears off and forget we're doing an interview.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So let's start with the very first question of tonight. Do you prefer to go by Rubellum or Ruby? And is there a meaning behind the name you chose?
Yes. So, okay. Little bit of backstory here. I've actually been going by Ruby Online for a very, very long time. When I decided to, get into VTubing, I was like, well, I don't want it to just be like Ruby because I feel like that's not, recognizable enough, like right at the get go. So I'm really pretentious about naming conventions. Uh, when it comes to like, I'm big onto fantasy and stuff like that. So I like to make my names really pretentious and sound cool. So that's kind of where I got the name Rubellum from. It's actually the Latin name for a specific type of bog moss that's
Ooh,
like a bright red color. Uh, so
cool.
that's why I went with it. I just thought it was pretty cool.
That is badass. I mean, shit. My name's just Saber. I mean, it's it's a
It's a cool name.
oh, it is. It's cool as fuck. This motto is basically my whole audience is like, yeah, it's saber tooth because you're a cat and it's the extinct animal with big fangs on. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, saber's from my,
Yeah.
from my favorite anime character. She has the same name, so I'm like, let me be uncreative and just totally steal her name.
I thought I saw a little saber in your introduction on your stream here.
Hmm. Yes. Oh yeah, Miss Artoria Pendragon is my all-time favorite character. So
Awesome, awesome. I've not gotten really into Fate a lot myself, but I have a lot of friends that are very into it.
I'm just glad that you know it came from Fate. That is a
Yeah,
that's already a good in my books.
yeah.
Hey, Miss or Shu Lurania. Also, yay, Tori Pendragon. I completely agree. I'm glad you are here to
That's
agree.
that is said friend that's really into Fate.
Oh my God, we'll be good friends. 10 out
Yeah.
of 10 already. That is awesome. So yeah, just a cool red mist, pretty much is the Latin. Yeah, it's a Latin name. That's cool as hell. I
Hmm.
like that.
Yeah.
Huh. But let's continue with your lore. So your VTuber character is a red dragon. How would you describe
Mhm.
your personality in a few words?
Um. See that can get kind of hard. So, are you referring to myself or the character?
Both. You.
Both. Okay. I don't really separate them a whole lot. There are bits where I do,
Mm.
um, but I don't know. That's always the hardest question, being asked to describe yourself. Um, I, I guess maybe like a little bratty is how people describe me sometimes.
Mm.
I refer to myself as a comedian at times. I like to crack jokes and make people laugh. But other than that, pretty low key. I do like to my I call my chatters my hordlings.
Oh.
I do like to chide them like a doting parent sometimes too, not in a motherly way, more in a dad failure kind of way.
Perfect. I mean, yeah. I call my chat audience members, because
Mhm.
they're sitting in the audience area. So I'm just like, oh, oh shit. Really quick, Miss Ruby. There is a
Yeah.
lovely audience member who likes to say crazy shit.
Okay.
Like Earth. Earth Earth said so. He likes to tell me that he likes to have intercourse while watching me on stream, so just warning
Oh.
you. Just warning
Okay.
you, it's a little unhinged. I believe he hasn't
Okay.
he hasn't done it in a while, but he hasn't done it in a while, so I'm very nervous every time he pops up. Also, hi Earth. Behave. God damn it. Hey Earth. I like announcing I'm getting railed, which I won't be for a while. I have a boyfriend in Sweden now. Thank God. Yay, Earth. I'm proud of you for not saying that. So yes, my audience members are a lot more unhinged than I like to admit. So that's
Yeah, yeah.
it. It gets not worrying, but it gets like, oh God, what is he gonna say? Type of situation. It's great. Anyway,
Gotta get you auto mod or something.
the best part about it is Earth is a mod, so I can't I can't say anything. So yeah, I won't be torturing you or the guest anymore for a good while. Oh my God, today is a great day. I am so glad that Earth has said that. Anyway, so what is your chat like?
They're pretty chill. They like to fuck with me sometimes. Usually, I have some redeems that are like throwing stuff, and I have a flashbang that gets abused a lot. Um,
Hell yeah.
it's they can also be pretty bratty. It's a back and forth that we have going on sometimes. It's a running joke. There are chat loyalists and chat rebels. The rebels get put into what I call chat jail. It's an overlay that I have set up that's triggered by certain words in chat.
Oh,
Um,
hell yeah.
and the loyalists are usually nicest to me and remind me to drink water.
Wow, you have a good side and a bad side with this. That's awesome. Also, hello,
I do.
Turd Biscuit. That's a great name. Hello.
Biscuit is one of the loyalists.
Oh, hell yeah.
That reminds me to drink water frequently.
I'll drink to that. Let me at
I'll
your
also take a sip of water.
Earth says, let me at your chat. They'll be even worse once I've spent an hour with them. Also, Earth, well, here, I'll beat you to it. Go follow Miss Ruby, and then you can. Oh, wait. Okay, maybe not. I Miss Ruby, would you like to have that in your chat?
I try to keep my chat generally as a rule 16 plus. It's
Okay.
one of those things like, dirty jokes are okay to an extent, but my general rule is just asking people to use common sense.
Which is hard to come by these days. So
Right, right.
I don't blame you. So okay. Oh wait, speaking of our chats and all that, dragons are known for their hordes. What does your horde consist of, thematically or literally? Let's.
Both, yeah, both literally and thematically. I collect a lot of art and literature, so that's the majority of my hoard. I do like coin. I do like having coin, but I find more value in things that are physically created and can be interpreted. Again, I'm pretentious as fuck, so.
Perfect. I mean, I do like coin as well, so I can really relate with you on that one. Also,
Oh
Earth,
yeah.
come on. You can be PG if needed. I just despise Saber. I love you too, Earth. Oh, it's great. More chat chaos would be funny. Well, I'll unleash Earth to you guys. Oh my God,
I'll
very scary.
I'll be on the lookout.
Yes, tell him Saber sent you, Earth, and then behave after that. Oh, it's Link. Hi, Link. That's my third CrossFeed guest.
Oh, nice.
Uh, Lesson one: scaring away potential collabs. I will fucking end you if you do that. I'm like, Earth and I go way back. Ever since I started streaming, he's been a loyalist. Actually, hey, here we go. He's my loyalist. He's been with me
Yeah, there
for.
you go.
He has been with me for 2 years, I think. How long have I been doing
That's
this?
awesome.
Bill looks so cool, right? Link, bro.
Oh,
I'm
thank
I'm
you.
telling you, I find the best guests. I
Wait, I
mean,
gotta show you something real quick. This is
oh,
off topic, but
oh,
I
of
got
course.
tail wiggles.
Yeah.
I like to show this off any second I can.
Oh, oh, fuck. Oh, you have a tail. That's cool as shit. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
of course I do. What kind of dragon would I be?
Oh, it's a good question actually. That's badass. I love it so much. Oh my. Yep. There goes Earth. I'm gonna ignore that Earth. I'm not gonna read that. Oh, hey, and Wizards here too. I love everyone showing up for this one. Um. So what kind of dragon are you specifically?
Well, a red dragon. Never really, decided on a specific like subspecies of red dragon. I tend to think of them, as speaking out of character here clearly. Tend to think of them as like, subspecies within like their coloration. It's something that I've put far too much thought into. Uh, I think dragons are really, really cool. And I like drawing them and like writing about them and stuff like that. So, but a red dragon.
Perfect. That is the best way. I fuck yeah, dragon. See, exactly, wizard. I'm telling you,
So true.
100%. Uh, let's see. Oh, here we go. Speaking of your lore and all that lovely stuff, what originally
Mm.
drew you to fantasy and narrative-driven worlds?
Yeah, I've always been really big into fantasy. I didn't really get into high fantasy until, oh my gosh, probably when I was a teenager. But since then, I've gotten big into D&D and like, classic high fantasy games. I don't know if you consider Dark Souls high fantasy, but I do personally.
I do too.
So that kind of thing aesthetically is what I'm usually into. Um, but I think some of it stems from, growing up as well. I grew up around like with a lot of fantasy stories because actually, Papa Dragon, who I talk about on stream sometimes,
Mm.
um, has also always been very into fantasy, and I'm pretty close with my dad. So it's something that we've always bonded over. I do like Baldur's Gate, yeah.
Hell yeah. I am a big fan of the third one. Oh, I can. Oh, yeah, I can agree with you on that one. I've also
Mm,
kind of dabbled in. I'm actually starting to really get into the whole fantasy world. Like, I think, as cliche as this will sound, Baldur's Gate is kind of what kind of like pushed the envelope to get me more into like Dungeons and Dragons and all that. But also
yeah.
the Dark Souls. I completely agree with you on the whole Dark Souls thing because Dark Souls 3 was my very first Dark Souls game, and I'm like, wow, this is cool as shit, and it's like full of
Hmm.
like big ass swords and dead dragons and all that shit. So I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I believe that Dark Souls is heavily fantasy related.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. There's so much inside of Dark Souls and other games that sort of draw inspiration from that are sort of based out of like Tolkien's work,
Mm-hmm.
which is really cool. Going back and reading some of like the OG fantasy and saying, "Oh, hey, I know this from this other thing that's 20 degrees separated from 50 years in the future," you know?
Oh my god, that's awesome! Holy shit! I mean, I tried to read the D&D like books, and
Mhm.
I got I got confused. I won't lie to you on that one. But
It's a
it's
lot of numbers.
oh my god, it's a lot of numbers and a lot of dice. Like there's like
Yeah.
50 different kinds of dice and all that. But I will say, I managed to get enough knowledge to say what my D&D character will be in the far future.
Nice. That's awesome. Uh, Honestly, when it comes to D&D, if you're more interested in like the lore and setting and stories, they make lore books like the monster manuals. They make Draconomicon and stuff like that, so you can read specific, like it's a whole book about dragons, and they have whole monster encyclopedias for
Oh,
like different planes and stuff. It's very interesting. I like it a lot.
I'll definitely look into that. I do want to learn more about it because I've always been like the futuristic sci-fi one. I'm like, what's on the other
Hmm.
what's on the other side of the whole, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So dabbling in both would definitely help. I do appreciate you telling me where to start looking. Actually, I've been not blinded, but I'm like, where do I start? So
There's so much. It's what? How long has D&D existed?
like 40
50
years,
years.
40, 50
Yeah,
years.
40, 50 years.
Holy shit.
There's so much to slog through with
Uh
that.
huh. Uh
It's
huh.
it's kind of hard to know where to start.
Yeah, no kidding. I've been told to like read these books, but ignore the other ones. Like what was like a Generation 5 is what I'm supposed to ignore because it's like
Yeah.
so far away from the original stuff. Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I
Mhm.
right about that? Don't.
Yeah, so most people will recommend that you stick to either 3.5 or 5e, which is, versions 3.5 and the 5th edition respectively.
Right.
So I guess depending on what D&D game you're going to be running, that's what the kind of stuff you should stick with. Like the Draconomicon is from the 3.5 era.
Mhm.
They actually recently did like full overhauls of dragon designs and some mechanics and background stuff for 5e, the 2025 edition of it or something like that.
Oh
Yeah. it's
man,
it's really cool. Some of the redesigns they did are really impressive.
badass. 3.5, my bad game, my beloved.
3.5 is janky, but it's got a lot of soul.
that's, that's where the best moments come from.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, Dragon Age. That's also a good starting point. If I never played Dragon Age, but I've heard that it's like a love letter to like D&D and all that stuff. Especially like the second one, if I'm not mistaken. But where to start? No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Most
don't.
people would recommend you start at 5th edition because it's the most simplistic by far. But that does again come with those downsides. That's if you don't like the simplicity of 5th edition, that's when people tell you to look at 3.5.
Huh. I used to do D&D every Tuesday and Saturday when I was high. In high. Read that wrong. Sorry, Earth. So sad it got all canceled. That I don't know. That's another thing. I need friends to do D&D, so that's
Mhm.
another reason
That's
why.
the hardest part. It's literally the hardest part.
I know. Finding the friends and finding the time, especially when you're an adult, because everyone's so busy.
Oh yeah.
So, okay. Speaking of the whole like story lores and all that, is
Yeah.
there a particular story, game, or piece of media that shaped your love for storytelling the most?
I would say as I am right now, I would say the big three that have sort of shaped, my love for storytelling as I handle it right now, would probably be Final Fantasy 14. I play a lot of it. Um, Dragon's Dogma. I talk about that a lot. People, my hordlings know I can't go 10 minutes without bringing up Dragon's Dogma or comparing something to Dragon's Dogma. Uh,
Huh. Nice.
and Near Replicant, actually, which is it's
Oh.
a little different, but I have a very strong love for Near Replicant and the themes that are inside of it. It's a very good game.
I've heard so much about that one that I've only played Automata?
Automata? Yeah,
Automata.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one I've ever played. I'm like I'm so confused because I thought
Honestly,
I thought I beat it, but then I didn't, and then it's like what the fuck happened?
mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's Yoko Taro games are just like that. They always have a bunch of endings that get more and more convoluted or reveal more and more as you do it. Though I will say a lot of people have that reaction with Automata because there are actually 4 games that come before Automata.
Oh,
But people don't really realize that.
I had no
Uh,
idea. Oh.
Have you ever heard of Drakengard?
I have not.
So Drakengard is a series of 3 games, though most people ignore the second game, that actually take place before Near Replicant, which then comes before Automata.
Oh.
And they're all connected. So the reason I'm not going to get too into this because I will talk about it for hours. Not too much spoilers, but the reason that things are the way they are in Automata are traced largely back to Drakengard 1's final ending and the ending of Near Replicant. So
Oh.
if you ever want to get like a deep dive into that world and that story, probably play Replicant first. Drakengard is kind of a really interesting old game.
I love
That
it.
generally is considered to be very bad.
Oh. Oh. Hell yeah.
It's a slog to play through, but the story is very good.
Hmm. Yeah, I was I will admit I was extremely confused about all of it because I'm like, why am I a robot? Why is 2B like kicking so much ass on these like mechs? And then
Yep.
it's like I'm in a city that's destroyed, and I'm like I'm like what?
That's all stuff that can be explained if you play Replicant. This is secretly my grift to get everybody to play Near Replicant.
Yeah, no kidding. Because I can vouch for that because I'm like, oh, cool. They look cool. This is a cool game. What the fuck's happening?
Yeah, yeah.
I beat it. At least I think I did. I saw credits, and then I'm like, I'm back here. Oh, all right. Oh, drop. So
Do
yeah,
it again.
yeah. I'm like, why am I back here? I just beat the game. Yeah, but yeah, I will definitely start playing the prequels because I jumped right into the fourth one.
That's what most people do, to be fair.
Hmm.
It is the most popular one.
For pretty for a big reason.
Oh yeah, it's a good game.
I mean, the gameplay's great. I love
Oh.
the mechanics and all that. Uh,
You're talking about 2B. I see, I
yeah,
see.
yeah. It's a
That
great
too, that
game.
too.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Oh, scary robot that could kill you. It's kind of just like Fate in that people jump in the franchise for many different places and how it works out. I agree. Yeah, Fate. Yeah. Really quick, I jumped into Fate Unlimited Blade Works, and I was confused as shit. And then I watched Fate Zero, and then it made sense. That yeah. So I agree with you, buddy. I agree with you. But it does work. So let's see. On to the next question. Let's see. You often analyze narratives live. What do you look for first when engaging with a new story?
Usually, what I look for when engaging with a new story, there are 2 things, and I kind of keep them on the same level in my head. One, something that I think is really interesting thematically, like themes that I tend to like and latch on to, that I can analyze right out the gate. And then, looking deeper into it and seeing, okay, like what's underneath that? Like what commentary is maybe trying to be made? Or, you know, what maybe are the underlying motivations of these characters, because I think that's something that's not considered enough when people do play games and engage with their stories. People tend to take character interactions and motives at a very surface level. So I like to dig into characters a lot deeper to maybe see, like, okay, what about their past or what happened, previously in the game that informed why they're acting like this way now. You know what I mean? That's one of my favorite things to do in games.
Oh wow. Huh. That's one. That's a great ass answer. I'm yeah. I fuck. Let's see if I can work
Yeah,
with that.
sorry.
Very 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 well said. I'm what do you have a favorite one? Favorite story that really kind of, got that out of you?
Ooh. Oh, there's so many. Um Honestly, I think the game that does that for me the most is Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, but I will say it's almost solely because that game is so lacking in story that it's fun to like pick apart the themes and symbolism and metaphor that are there and be like, oh my god, this is the most genius piece of writing I've ever seen. And there's like maybe an hour of dialogue in that game.
That's awesome.
I'm lowballing it a little bit, but it's, yeah, most people's gripe with that game is like, if the story had just been a little bit longer, it could have been peak, you know?
It's too short to be enjoyed.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Here we go. For you, it's that, but for me, it would be the Metal Gear Solid series.
Oh,
That's
I
definitely
actually just started playing Metal Gear Rising this week. It's the first Metal Gear game that I've played.
Oh,
I've been enjoying picking that one apart too. I've been having a lot of fun with that.
hell yeah, you have started on peak. Metal Gear
Yeah,
Rising
it is
kicks
peak. I'm really
so much
enjoying it.
ass. It is so good, but it's not very canon to this. It's a spin-off. I will admit, but
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
like so in the game, like in lore, that it kind of fits so well
Mm.
because I don't, well, never mind. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's a great
Yeah, don't
fucking game.
spoil anything. Don't spoil anything.
I will not say a thing. The
It's
memes.
my chat did tell me it's not canon. And I do know like a little bit about, just Metal Gear in general that I've like, absorbed through cultural osmosis and
Mm-hmm.
having friends in the past that were really into Metal Gear.
Right.
But my chat were immediately making fun of me because the second Jetstream Sand came on
Yes.
screen, I'm like, oh no, it's over for me.
Yeah. Oh my God, Sam is. Oh, he's so fucking cool. I love Sam.
He's so cool. I love him.
How far are you in it, really quick? Again, I don't want to spoil
um
anything.
I left off, it was right after the boss. I think I'm just about to get to the Sundowner boss fight, but I'm not sure. We finished off like right after the stage where I fight the guy that does say the meme about the memes. I don't remember his
Monsoon.
name.
Monsoon?
Monsoon, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
the
yes.
red face dude.
Yeah, that fight pissed me off so bad.
Yeah, when he becomes Jack the Ripper. I'm Jack the Ripper
Yeah.
now. It's.
That was peak. It was absolute peak.
I will spoil the beginning of it if someone haven't played the game or anything. Sam's sword is fucking sick because he like pulls the trigger and it like fires out of the fucking thing. Oh my god.
Yes, when he did that, I literally went, "Oh my god!"
Dude, like, oh my god, Jack's arm just flies off. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was. Oh, it's peak. It's peak. I'm not even finished the game, and I already want to play it again.
Oh yeah, I've had like multiple playthroughs of that game, and he's some cool shit once you beat the game too.
Oh, really cool.
Yes, the ending. Holy, the ending has been like, ironically, meme to death, and that's what makes it
Oh yeah.
so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but yeah. So when it comes to Metal Gear Solid, if I will say, are you gonna continue after Rising?
I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I've been kind of leaving the games I'm going to play up to my chat just started doing it this week, but I do kind of want to continue doing that. Next week, I'm gonna take a little break from Rising and play through Amnesia: The Dark Descent, which is also one of my favorite games of all time.
Fucking love
Um,
Amnesia.
yeah. So it's, if the Hordlings want to see me play more Metal Gear, I know some of them already recommended Metal Gear 4 to me. I'll probably give it a
Oh,
shot.
Metal Gear Solid 4, huh? Well,
Mm-hmm.
I as a giant Metal Gear fan who has been obsessed with them, like Hideo Kojima could do no wrong. Um,
Huh.
I personally here, I believe you should start on Metal Gear Solid 3 if you want to go like canonically.
Okay.
If you want to go canonically, Metal Gear Solid 3, because that's where it begins, like the whole thing. Like that's the origin of all of it. But
Okay. All right. I'm
uh,
writing that down. I'm taking notes.
yes, but if you want to play, if the gameplay is great, Metal Gear Solid 4's gameplay is fantastic. But um, yeah, if you want to go canonically, like straight up
Mm.
timeline wise, start with 3. Also,
All right.
will say, just really quick, the remake, Metal Gear Solid Delta or whatever it's called, perfect recreation. Like it's a one to
Oh,
one,
really?
so you won't miss any like details from like the original, the PS2 one. So yeah, it's great.
Oh,
Oh,
it's on sale right now.
which is even on top. It's fantastic. But on top of that, if you want to wait till I think August is when Metal Gear Solid 4 comes out from
Oh.
PS3 jail and becomes
Oh, really?
yeah, it comes to PC in August. Like,
Oh, sick. Okay.
but yeah,
Good to know.
but that again, that's my personal take. If your chat wants you to play the fourth one, I love the fourth one.
Hey, listen, them getting to decide the games I play is a privilege that can be revoked at any time.
They have to earn that. I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I. But okay, so yeah, when it comes to like the lore and all that stuff, I've wanted to find out the deeper meaning behind everything because Hideo
Mm,
Kojima is fucking confusing when it comes to his lore, and you have to like.
that's Kojima.
I completely agree. It's fun when you have to get out of the game to fucking learn a bunch of the lore and all that. It's really not, but
Yeah.
they basically took a like a page out of Destiny 2 with the lore shit.
It's the sicko in me loves that kind of stuff. I know that objectively it's probably not a good way to write your stories, but I love that kind of stuff.
Exactly. The deeper meaning makes it all worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. Bottom line is I completely agree with you on the whole. I want to learn more about the game that the game didn't show you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Earth. I too glazed the shit out of him because he can just do that. But
I mean, it's he's based. Picoro's is Oshi, right?
I completely agree. But I will say, sadly, I will say Metal Gear Solid 5 is not the best one. It's so heartbreaking how they
Yeah.
shat on that game. And then they made like Metal Gear. Fuck's that zombie one? They made
Oh,
like
I
a
have no clue.
zombie version of that of the like the world of Metal Gear Solid, and it I don't want to talk about it. It does not deserve to be talked about. Ugh, gross. But yeah, it's yeah. Anyway, so it's great. It's a great thing to get into actually. Metal Gear
Yeah, yeah.
Survive. That's what it is. Metal Gear Survive. Stupid as fuck. It's not canon and makes no sense. It,
Well, I'll keep that in mind if I ever do a deep, deep, deep dive into Metal Gear.
it's so good. And the best part about it, last thing I'll say, the best part about Metal Gear Solid as like a whole, like all the games, is they're not, like timeline based. Like I said, Metal Gear Solid 3 starts in the very beginning, and then if you go to Metal Gear Solid 2, it's in the fucking future, and if you go to Metal Gear Solid
Right,
1,
right.
it's
Love games series that have really wacky timelines like that.
yes. So yes, Hideo, he can just do that. Kojima can do no wrong, and I love all of his stuff, especially Death Stranding. Love Death Stranding.
Oh, yeah.
It's the
Very good.
the best walking simulator ever. But speaking of, I guess it's a horror game actually because it's horrific how you have to just walk the whole time. How do horror games fit into your interests compared to fantasy and RPGs?
Yeah. I think they fit in similar. There's something about horror that, but I guess objectively, horror is a sort of fantasy when it comes down to it. But the, I guess, breadth of ideas that it can cover tends to be a little bit more vast than what you'll find in, especially high fantasy. Um, so I think that's part of where my love for horror comes from. I do get scared very easily, is the thing.
You and me both.
Yeah, so they can be kind of hard for me to play, but I do have a fond love for horror games. I actually recently played the quote unquote recently. It was a little while ago now. The Silent Hill 2 remake, and really enjoyed that. It's the first time I ever touched a Silent Hill game, but I've always wanted to play one, and really enjoyed it. I think that horror is one of the most fun mediums to do that sort of narrative analysis on that I like, because there's oftentimes it's very intentional, especially with games that are kind of like Amnesia or Silent Hill. There is a lot of intentional theme and metaphor that's really fun to dig into, and also it keeps me from getting too scared.
Perfect. I will say though, you have perfectly picked the best Silent Hill to start on. Silent Hill 2 is the best one.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I loved it a lot.
You have nailed it on picking the one to start with. Uh, so, yes, the lore is also fantastic because it's like, why is he there? What's the reason he showed up? And then like you dig deeper and deeper and deeper, and just like, wow, he's not a good person and he deserves it. But it's a great story.
Yeah.
Like,
it's, I guarantee you that at least 3 or 4 hours of my playtime on Silent Hill 2 were spent paused and talking either on stream or to my friends about like whatever just happened and what it means thematically.
Yes, that is the best part about it. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, especially in Amnesia. Like, why does he have it? Why is he there? What the fuck is that coming at me? You know?
Yeah. Dark Descent is kind of a very dense game to try and do that with, because it doesn't front load the lore. So for a large portion of the game, and it's by design, you're like, I have no goddamn clue what's happening, because, well, you know, it's called Amnesia. The character you're playing doesn't even know what's happening.
In the name.
Yeah. But getting to, you know, piece it together alongside the character, I think is really fun. I will admit, I've not really played much of the other Amnesia games, but I really want to.
Especially, what's the newest one? The Bunker, whatever.
The Bunker. I've heard that's very good. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of you having to wind up your flashlight. Scary as shit.
Five Nights at Freddy's prepared me for that.
It really
12
did.
years ago.
Oh, fuck yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other Amnesia game. It was so under the radar.
Machine for Pigs?
I think... No,
There's that one. There's another one, but I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I think the Machine for Pigs is DLC for Dark Descent, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's its own game.
Is
it's
it?
just generally considered a not very good game because it's mechanically very different from every other Amnesia game.
Oh, they tried to do the whole...
The story's very good, just mechanically is where people have issues with it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to Amnesia, like, you're right. It is so, like, what's the word? Not fleshed out until you look for it, because like the whole all the notes that are everywhere, and like what like the lore, I guess you can also say. It's like, why is he in a big castle and all that lovely stuff, and then at the end of the game it's either like you get it or you don't, so you have to play it again, and it makes sense after that. So it's
yeah
so good.
I did have to play through it twice when I played it originally a very long time ago to be like, okay, what the hell just happened? Like at the end of the game, I'm sitting there like hands up, like what? All right, run it back.
All right, let's see what I missed.
Yeah.
It's such a good game. It's funny enough though. How I learned Amnesia was through fucking PewDiePie.
Yep. Me too. As a younger dragon.
Yes, as a wee lad myself, I have.
Yeah.
I've watched him religiously, so I'm a very big fan of Amnesia and their custom maps. That was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm old as fuck. Speaking of lovely stories and how big they are and all that stuff, so do you prefer stories that are hopeful, tragic, or morally complex, and why?
Okay, so here's where my hot takes come in.
Oh.
I'm gonna get close. I need to get close. This is one of my favorite bits to do. When I get close when I'm spitting hot takes.
Here we go. Here we go.
So okay, I have a very strong preference for stories that are ultimately very tragic. And a lot of people don't like that for some reason. Um, I was actually talking about this not too long ago on a stream. I really like when games and stories just don't have a satisfying ending.
Hmm.
Because I think that that sort of thing speaks more to reality than wrapping everything up in a nice bow, even if that bow is ultimately ended in tragedy or ended well. I really like ambiguous and weird endings in my stories, which goes hand in hand. Which I'm gonna move myself back now. Uh, which goes hand in hand with I really like morally complex stories and characters as well. Like when I'm making characters for D&D or even just for fun, I tend to make them very nuanced and morally complex. I think that stories that try to be, this is the good one, this is the good quote unquote side, and this is the quote unquote bad side are very, very boring and contrived. So
Makes a
that's
lot of
that's
sense.
my hot take.
That is a very respectable hot take. I completely agree. I like no
Thank you,
no
thank you.
no joke. I like as I kind of I don't like the whole like everyone lives and everyone's happy and it's like
Mm-hmm.
not realistic. It, I like this.
Yeah.
I love the stories that break the mold. That just like
Yes.
yeah he didn't get what everything he wanted. He didn't get the girl at the end and all that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I completely agree.
I will say, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but Near Replicant is one of those games. It's the one that you can get on PC now is actually a remake that adds an ending.
Oh
And I hate the added ending
oh
because it does away with the tragedy that the original game had.
mm.
And that is also a hot take, I think, amongst people that are big into Near Replicant.
So
I'm
basically
gonna leave it at that because it's spoilers, but
is it more like they put up a big shield to protect all the softies, or is it just like something that's completely off the wall that makes no sense?
it's mm, it's not a shield, but it's not completely off the wall either. It makes sense in the context
Mm.
and sort of lore of the game, but it very much undoes every single ending
Oh,
before that.
oh, it's one of those.
And yeah, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be considered the new quote unquote canon ending. I haven't looked into that too much because either way, I wouldn't consider it personally canon.
Gotcha. I don't. Yeah, those when they do that type of stuff, it kind of just like derails everything, and it just like
Yeah, yeah.
why make something like that if if you want to do a whole remake, why not keep it a 1-to-1?
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things that it does ultimately make sense in the overarching con. What's the word I'm looking for? Overarching story and lore of that world,
Mm,
but again, it's taking away my sad, tragic endings.
I like my stories sad, damn it.
Yeah, I want to cry at the end.
Yeah, no shit on that one. Would you happen to have a favorite version of your favorite like tragic story, or do you just like them in general?
I just like them in general. I don't think I have a particular favorite way that I like tragedy to be done because tragedy is something that can be so varied in how it is presented.
Mm.
Um, that it's more about how it's done and how the build up to all of that makes me feel when the tragedy strikes. That's what's more important to me than what exactly happens. Though
Oh,
I do have preferences for I do like it when characters get beat up and die alone. I do like that trope.
oh, yeah, especially if it's a fan favorite. Would you happen to have any?
Exactly. Oh, see, I mostly do that to my own characters because I feel like a lot of writers nowadays are too scared to kill off their characters. Like
Yeah.
okay, I love Final Fantasy 14, but they're too scared to kill off main characters anymore.
Because they're the
It's
money makers, of course.
yeah, exactly. Like I don't know, spoilers for Final Fantasy 14. I don't know how familiar you are with it.
Zero.
Um Zero. Do you
Yeah.
mind if I say like a slight spoiler?
Oh, 100%. I go right ahead. Go for it.
Okay. So when Harshafant eats shit and dies in Heaven's Ward, that is an example of this could have been really cool if the buildup, well, okay, the buildup did originally exist, but they retconned it out when they removed large chunks of the original A Realm Reborn story to make it shorter for new players to get through because there's like 500 hours of story now.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
So in the original context, that scene would have been really tragic, and that would have been like the perfect, yes, this character is eating shit and dying on screen. This is perfect. I love this kind of tragedy. But it unfortunately got watered down by the devs making the game shorter.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, here we go. The Dark Souls. That's what I like. That all the dark lore for the first one is just chef's kiss. Like everything sucks, everything's dying, everything is out to kill you. And then it ties into like the third Dark Souls and it's like, "Oh shit."
Oh, does it?
That happens.
I've actually not played Dark Souls 3. This is going to sound insane. The only Dark Souls I've played is Dark Souls 2.
Oh. I'm so sorry to hear that.
I had a friend that said, "Hey, you should play Dark Souls 2 first," and I said, "Okay."
No,
doesn't know.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna call your friend a bad friend, but shame on them.
I do want to play more Dark Souls, but it's something that I'll never play on stream because I am a baby rager.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of help with there goes my VR. No, come back.
Oh no.
I can still talk. I'm just laggy. So when it comes to like Dark Souls 3, without spoiling a lot, because it takes place in Dark Souls 1. Oh wait, there we go. Here I'm back. Okay, so
there you go.
That was weird. So everything sucks in Dark Souls 1, and then Dark Souls 3 is like amplified by 10, and then you're the main character who like either saves the world, saves themselves. I'm not spoiling a lot here, or kill someone who's really close to you. That's the only endings I'll say, but your lore as a character is fucking tragic.
Yeah, I know a little bit about it from friends that are big into it. But
oh yeah, it is. You get depressed when you read the lore.
Oh, I can imagine.
Like Elden Ring is a lot more like tame by comparison, in my honest opinion. But yeah, you're in a world of hurt. Everything sucks, and it's kind of your fault.
Yeah, that's the exact kind of stuff I love.
You will love Dark Souls 3. I'm just so sorry you've played Dark Souls 2.
It's all right. I actually kind of liked it. Again, it's that sicko in me.
More power to you.
Maybe if I play one of the other Dark Souls, I'll retroactively go, actually, this sucks, but
oh, give it time. Give it time. Like I said, I started with the third one, loved it, and then was like, I'll do this. I'll do the second one, and then realized that was a giant mistake, and then I dropped that immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. So I agree. Sad stories are the best stories actually, because it's a lot more realistic. Yeah, there you go. It's a lot more realistic.
Yeah.
But other than that, I believe if I can pull up my questions, because they moved when my headset decided to take a giant shit on me. Here we go. Ooh, here we go. Speaking of the worlds that we are talking about, what makes a game's world feel alive to you?
Okay. We're getting into more hot take territory here.
Here we go.
I personally do not care if a game's world feels quote unquote alive. In
Oh.
some games, that kind of environment is important, but in other games, I think that it can be a genuine artistic choice to make it feel quote unquote dead or empty. And I'm going to keep bringing up Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, very good example of a world that feels dead on purpose. At least in my opinion, I think it's on purpose.
Mm.
Just because, and I'm not going to get too into it because I will talk about it forever. But because of the, themes that exist in that game and the the main story of the game, especially when you get to the end and you go like, oh fuck, that's what's been going on this whole time.
Mhm.
You go back into the world for like New Game Plus, and you look at it with a whole new set of eyes, right? You're like, oh my god, the open world feels empty as shit on purpose, and maybe that's my copium, but
Uh, I'm not crazy.
yeah, I'm not insane. I'm not looking into it too much because I want this game to be peak, but
Exactly. I wanted to feel alive, damn it.
yeah, and that goes hand in hand with really enjoying games that are tragic.
Mm.
A lot of the times those games take place in worlds that have already ended or are in the process of ending, so it makes sense for them to feel empty. So that's not something that I really consider a lot when I'm thinking about if a game is good or not, you know what I mean?
Mhm. That makes a lot of sense. You
Mm,
basically choose to whether or not have the, you know, make it feel alive or not, based
yeah,
on
yeah.
everything around you and all that stuff. So I'm trying to think of a game that does that. Did that for me. What would be a good reference that I could pull up? I Fallout, Fallout New Vegas.
Oh yeah, no, that's a really good game that definitely has a world that feels alive.
Yeah, and then you choose how you want to do it, and if you want to be a hero or a piece of shit, you can choose to make it alive or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, if you, I like it when games give you the building blocks to make your own world and all that.
Mm.
But if it's force fed to you, like this is why it's like this, and you have no choice but to like it, and it's like, what? Fuck this.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing in, RPGs. I think it goes against, the point of RPGs.
Yeah.
Um, but there are some games that are purposefully meant to have like a very set, straightforward story, and it's like, well, you can excuse it at that point. But for RPGs, I understand being like, I want to be able to affect the game world. But again, this is the contrarian in me coming out. I think sometimes it can be really powerful in an RPG that doesn't really let you make choices. And Dragon's Dogma is one of those games that does that.
Fuck yeah. I gotta play this game now. You are hyping it up so much. I fucking
I
love it.
that's all. That's also part of my goal. I need to get everybody here to play Dragon's Dogma and Near Replicant stat.
I believe I will definitely look into that. It sounds fun. It's.
Mm.
I mean,
It's
what?
an older action RPG, and it shows a little bit. It's made by the guy who made Devil May Cry, though, and
No
it feels
way.
very good. The combat feels very good.
Wow. I mean,
Yes,
how
and
old
Monster Hunter.
did they?
The
Oh,
original came out. Oh gosh, like 2010. The one that is available now is Dark Arisen. It's a sort of, it's not a remake, but it's like a redux. They added stuff and like fixed bugs, and they added like a DLC area that's super fun and has its own story. Dragon's Dogma 2, there's a second game that came out about 2 years ago. Don't play that until you've played through Dark Arisen at least once. That is my advice.
yes, ma'am. I'll add a. I'll make a wish list.
Yeah.
Huh. I got you. Dragon's Dogma. I will. Wait, who
Greatest
made?
game of all time.
I can tell. I can definitely. I can tell by your enthusiasm. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Speaking of. Oh, here we go. Speaking of lovely games, Has there ever been a game or story that surprised you with how deeply it affected you?
Mm, yes, actually.
Uh
This is a story I tell when I try to get people into Final Fantasy 14. And this is gonna be a little bit of a weird one. So there is one story in particular in Final Fantasy 14 that you can't even access until you've gone through that like 400, 500 hours of story.
oh.
It is the raid series for the 6.0 expansion called Pandemonium. um, it features a lot of my favorite characters in the game that are, I guess, kind of niche. It's a raid series that's sort of meant to wrap up some loose ends because Endwalker was the expansion that sort of ended the story that had been going for the last 10 years.
Oh wow.
So the raid series in Endwalker Pandemonium sort of wraps up some of the loose ends surrounding certain characters that weren't really touched on for a long time. And there is this one cutscene at the very end of near the very end of that raid series, which would take so much explaining to really understand what is happening and the significance behind it.
Oh.
But it genuinely, I played it on patch day.
Uh
This is so embarrassing to admit.
oh.
I got to a certain line of dialogue and it made me like cry sobbing for an hour and a half.
Really? What?
Yes,
I mean,
it affected me that strongly.
was it like how would I put it? It was it like the line of dialogue where like it made sense with everything you made, like like everything you've built up, every game you played, and all that, or was it like a
It's
I got
it was
attached to it?
it's an attachment sort of thing. It sort of was the what's the word I'm looking for? The peak is not the word I'm looking for, but it's the only thing I can think of. It's like it was like the peak of one of the characters' like emotional arcs. Oh, I see you teleported chairs.
Yes. It's so sensitive. I swear. Okay.
So for a little bit of context, I'm not going to get too deep into it. One of the characters that is introduced in that raid series, his name is Eric Thonios, because a lot of the characters in that raid series are based off of like the Greek pantheon and Greek mythology.
Oh wow.
And his mother Athena is kind of a mad scientist, and it was revealed in that raid series that she sort of created him because they're from an ancient society. They can like make whatever they want. They're like practically godlike beings.
Oh wow.
She essentially created him to be a tool,
Oh.
um, to be used for her own like completely selfish and narcissistic ends. And she says something along the lines of to him, like as she's like dying, uh, it's like, what's the line of dialogue again? Something like truly useless until the last, and Eric Thonius only responds with, and who made me that way? And that was what
Oh
just it
damn.
broke me. Yeah. Because his Eric Thonius's character arc was largely about like dealing with the you know emotional turmoil of parental neglect as an adult,
Mm.
um and dealing with realizing that somebody he thought cared about him that had died a long time ago really didn't, and that having been the thing that he clung on to for so long to keep him going. And his acknowledgement, that line sort of acts as his like his acknowledgement and sort of moving on in his closure from that kind of thing. So that was what made me like just cry. And then there were like 3 cutscenes after that also made me cry in quick succession, but that was the one that stuck out to me the most.
So basically, it was more of a come back. Okay, it was more of a like a. It made sense because it was so well written. Like it was
Yes,
a
yeah.
very well build up, like a peak and then a drop, and then it just
Hmm.
the climax of the story was that perfect.
That's the word I'm looking for.
There we go, perfect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly, exactly.
Hmm. So in a way, you kind of, what would be a good word? Like you got attached to the character. You got attached to
Mm-hmm.
the the person who got neglected, and then it was basically all for nothing. All that work was for nothing because the parental person used them for the wrong reasons, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, good. So yeah, okay, whew, okay.
Yeah, it was a lot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, no worries. I'm very glad you're passionate about that. There.
I'm very passionate about it.
So yeah, so okay. So you got really like immersed in all of that, and then once that happened, you're like, damn, that happened.
Yeah. There have been plenty of other stories and stuff that have really struck me emotionally, but when people ask me that kind of thing, that's always the first thing that comes to mind.
Huh. And all of that came from Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah. If we get into books and stuff that have made me cry, that's a whole other basket of worms.
that's that's another tier. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of that, okay, the only thing I know about Final Fantasy and all that, because I'm like old as shit, was
Mhm.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yes. That is the
And
most famous one.
yeah, that's how that's how big of a fan I am. I only know that one. Yeah, the original 2 disc PS1 version is what I played. And
Hmm.
I played on my PS2 and I didn't have a memory card, so I played as much as I
Oh
could. And
no.
yeah, I made it far. Like I don't remember where I
Yeah,
was,
wow.
but being chronically online, I found out that like what's I don't know her name, like the pink dress wearing.
Aerith.
Uh, yeah, sure, I believe you. Um, the ending of Final Fantasy VII, where that one dude just fucking comes out of nowhere and just, it's spoilers by the way, comes out of nowhere and fucking like stabs her in the back, and like you can see the fucking sword go through her and all that shit.
Yeah, Sephiroth moment.
Yeah, Sephiroth. That, yeah, that the
Yeah, yeah.
white haired dude. Yeah, so that's like the only like lore patting thing I know about it. Oh, it's Floofy. Holy shit, I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How are you? Good evening to you too. So yeah, I can kind of, let's see if I can relate. Mm, Life is Strange. Here we go. That's what I can relate to. I Have you played Life is Strange?
I have not, but it's recently actually a couple of my friends have started playing it. So I've been suddenly hearing a lot about it. So when you said that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so when it comes to the second one, Before the Storm, I'm not gonna spoil anything because I recommend everyone playing that one. I grew attached to the main character of this fucking second one because I'm like, damn, that happened to me. Oh shit, that happened to me.
Mm.
Oh fuck, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
He's just like me for real.
for real, I can relate to this chick. But I didn't want it to end. That I hate
Mm.
it when games do that because it's so fucking immaculate. And then like
Yeah,
the ending
yeah.
happened, and you just drop your controller and just fucking stare at a blank screen for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the main menu pops up. You're like, oh yeah, I'm playing a game.
You're like, all right, new game.
All right,
Go again.
I want different choices. It is definitely the best games to do that. It is so replayable. It's very well written, and like the first one is like very slow. There we go.
Hmm.
Because it's like realistic, as in like an ordinary person can go through this, but then
Hmm.
like it's like the big thing happens, and you're like, oh fuck, this matters. Especially
Right, right.
especially the ending. I am very fond of one character,
Mm.
and I'll leave it as that.
Yeah.
I almost
It's so
spoiled
hard
it.
to talk about games when you don't want to spoil
I know.
anything.
I almost just did. I almost just
It's like
spoiled.
speaking in tongues.
I know. You have to be there to understand.
Yeah, right.
Damn, I just spoiled it. Oh, Chloe. That's my favorite character's name. But if you ever play them, Chloe's best girl. I love Chloe.
Gotcha.
Max,
I remember that.
yeah, Max is, yeah, but Chloe, I can relate to her very much.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah, so yeah, I can relate. Life is Strange has done that to me. the story's that good, and it's just like, fuck, we're at the, like, you're at the end of the game, and you like take your sweet time because you just don't want it to
Uh,
end. And then
yeah,
then
yeah.
you get emotionally attached, and then you're like, damn, that was a great game. All there's a sequel, and then your heart gets just shredded to pieces. God fucking, I keep teleporting. Um, I'm telling you, these are sensitive. Life indeed is strange. I agree, Shu. Um, but it's also very like, it's like this could happen to me, but not this whole special powers thing. But oh my god, like
Right, right.
fucking teleporting. Okay, I'm not gonna move my hands
It's
anymore.
okay. I can look at you from over here.
Might as well. I keep fucking teleporting. Um, so yeah. So Final Fantasy 14. That's, is there? Okay, I'm gonna throw some mumbo jumbo at you. See if I understood what game
Yeah.
you're talking about. There's a car. There's a bunch of people in the
Nope.
car.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Got
Nope. Nope.
got it.
15. That's 15.
Got it. Got it. Yes, ma'am. You got
Knew immediately what you're talking about. 14 is the MMO.
it. MMO. Gotcha.
The newer MMO. There's two Final Fantasy MMOs, Final Fantasy 11 and Final Fantasy 14. 14 is the one that came out, got nuked, and then they made it again.
Oh.
Yeah, the original version sucked so bad they nuked it.
Damn. I mean, at least they.
Yeah.
A lot of MMOs just don't do that, so I'm kind of impressed that they did.
Mm-hmm.
You mean you don't have special powers? I have. You're right. I don't have special powers. Oh, why you call me out like that? But yes. I can't. Let's see. Okay, hang on. Let's see if I can relate to Final Fantasy 14 to Monster Hunter.
Yeah, there's two Monster Hunter crossovers actually. I was
really?
actually just doing the trial for the most recent one the other day. It's Arkfold, something like that.
Oh.
Very cool fight.
So is Final Fantasy like as MMO as it can get, or is it like, you know? Does that
It's
make
baby's
sense?
first MMO.
Gotcha.
It is widely considered to be the least grindy, one of the most handholdy MMOs out there. You're pretty much kind of railroaded into like certain quote unquote builds. There's not really build variety. The game itself is technically very easy, and there's been like player gripes about it getting dumbed down over the last couple years. It's generally considered to be like a very story heavy MMO. It's generally considered the MMO that you can play through entirely single player if you really wanted to.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, yeah. Which is pretty cool, but I have my own beef with that.
I guess when it comes to me, my most like quote unquote MMO I've ever played was like the Destiny like series.
Oh,
like
right.
Destiny 1, Destiny 2. I was fucking obsessed with that game.
Yeah.
Both of the games, Destiny 1 is so close to my heart. Then Destiny 2 came out and shat all over it. So
Oh no.
yeah. Yeah, when you spend hundreds of dollars on DLCs and then they get rid of it, you kind of don't forgive them ever again.
Yeah, no. Yeah, fuck that.
There's a bunch of former Destiny players playing Final Fantasy 15. I don't blame them because it is so MMO-y. It's,
Same with World of Warcraft, actually. There is a big exodus from World of Warcraft to Final Fantasy 14 as well. And then more recently, an exodus from Final Fantasy 14 to Final Fantasy 11.
Damn.
We keep going backwards. So not so much an exodus. Most people are kind of, playing both at the same time.
Very large ecosystem is what I've
Yes.
learned. From the outside looking in, I've always seen MMOs not the same as one another, but they're like very similar, I guess. Like they differentiate from each other, but it's like the core values, you can see the core values in their every game that branch off to other MMOs.
Yeah.
So I see it as if you play one of them, you play them all. But I'm wrong about that because I haven't really played any MMOs. But
yeah.
So yeah,
you'd be shocked at how varied they can get mechanically.
Oh, okay. Don't judge me. But the First Descendant. Have you heard of that one?
I've not. No.
very very booby, very big booby game. Very
Gotcha.
yeah. I think that's an MMO? Question mark.
Is it?
I think so.
I'm sure there's some raunchy MMOs out there, but I'm not familiar with any of them.
Ursus buried that game. I did. It got boring, but like you shoot a bunch of shit, and then you get gear, and then you shoot higher up shit, and then you get
Mm,
higher gear. Is that
yes, of course.
so? Okay, so I'm in the ballpark.
Yeah, generally I think that's how most games work.
Get gear, kill shit, get better gear, kill
Yeah,
better
yeah.
shit.
I can describe so many genres like dungeon crawlers. I don't know. It's probably some like first person shooters, stuff like that.
Yes, Destiny. Destiny in a nutshell on that one. What other what other games? What do you mean actual asset flip? I'm not surprised. It's a free to play. Roguelikes. Would that fall under all the MMOs like roguelike, like class based roguelike question mark?
It's MMO as a genre is more defined. It's less defined by its mechanics and more defined by it being a lot of people playing online together and working towards like shared goals. It's
Mm,
massively multiplayer online
yeah.
is what MMO stands for. So that's usually how I determine it. It's less about the mechanics though. Traditional MMOs do tend to follow a sort of formula that's based off of like World of Warcraft and
Mm,
stuff like that. Though more MMOs are moving away from that.
okay. So would WoW be like the catalyst for most common MMOs? Like the beginning, like the grandfather of MMOs? Would World of Warcraft be that?
I'm not really an MMO historian, but from my understanding, culturally, yes.
Mm.
Though in terms of actual timeline, there were MMOs that came before that.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, like RuneScape.
I'm not super familiar. Yeah, like RuneScape, stuff like that.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Damn, First Ascendant got so many lawsuits for straight up being asset flipped the game. I'm not surprised. That game was shit. World of Warcraft is the one that made them real popular. There we go. That's what I was.
Mhm.
Yeah, the big old one was EverQuest.
Yep,
Oh, that okay. That makes sense. Fuck EverQuest. That rings a bell.
it's an oldie, yeah.
Yeah, what's that? There's a free play that's like straight up Dungeons and Dragons. Oh,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
I've never played it. I'm not familiar with it.
it's so good. Like Neverwinter. It's called Neverwinter.
Oh,
Yes,
is that what it is?
that
Okay.
very pristine, very very good. Very boring after a while though.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get you get like so like overpowered so quick, and the enemies are just you just whoosh and they die.
Mm.
Ugh. But anyway, so yeah. Okay, so next lovely question. So when you're streaming a narrative heavy game, how do you balance immersion with interacting with chat?
Uh, Usually I'll invite chat to join in on discussion about narrative stuff, though that doesn't always happen because sometimes I go off on like insane tangents that my chat will be like, sure, whatever, go off. Like, but a lot of the times, especially depending on the type of game, for games like Tainted Grail, where it's an open world and you have to like do like some traveling, I'll talk and discuss it as I'm going from point to point, quest to quest, stuff like that.
Cool.
So that's usually how I balance it. If it's something that I really need to like lock in on or like I really want to make an emphasis about, I will like pause and like take a couple minutes to talk about it and like engage with chat. Though usually as a rule of thumb on my streams, I stay engaged with chat the entire time. I like engaging with my chat. I mentioned earlier before we started here that I like to do Zatsu and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's just something that I'm constantly integrating in. So I'm always playing that sort of balancing act, even if I'm doing, narrative analysis.
Huh. So basically, like a storyteller almost. Like
Kind of.
you
It's more that they bully me and I get mad. Uh,
what? Totally relatable.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, my chat loves to tell me to go fuck myself and haha you died. That's my
Yeah.
that a lot of mine. It's great. Turd Biscuit says we love the yap.
Yeah, yeah. Biscuit is great. Biscuit is one of my very very loyal regulars, and I appreciate Biscuit a lot.
I mean, I had a loyal one. His name was Water, and I loved him to death. But he's never fucking here, so I can relate.
You
Biscuit.
almost got like all the elements. You got earth, water.
Yeah. I do. I do. I just need air and fire, and I'm the airbender.
Yeah. You're halfway there.
I am. It's great. But yeah, Earth loves to tell me go fuck myself, especially when I play Dark Souls. And then he's like, "Fuck you, invite me," and then we just kill the boss. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's lovely stuff. So basically, if you pick a game and then you're just like, "I'm gonna talk about it like no other," that
Mhm.
that's where you have like the most fun with the game is when you explain it to them or like interact with chat about the game.
It can really vary. I think that's just part of the fun of it for me. Obviously I have to actually mechanically enjoy the game. I can get through some abysmal dog shit if I like the story enough. Um
Exactly.
like Draken, like the original Drakengard, you know.
Mhm.
Um but for games that are very like narrative thematic heavy, those are the ones that I like to do that live analysis on. I don't do that with every game.
Mm.
Because not every game I play is very story heavy. Like when I'm playing Final Fantasy 14, I finished the story like forever ago. So when I play, I'm doing actual mechanical stuff.
Oh.
And that's when it becomes more like that, go with the flow of chat, never stop talking, say the first thing that comes to mind, normal streamer stuff.
Exactly. I had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah, yeah. Dead air, no good.
I know. Oh man, when I first started too, I was talking to an empty chat box. It was
hmm
that was hard. But
It's
yeah,
it's the hardest part. It is.
yeah, especially like it's a game you like and you're like, "Oh, I died." And it's just fucking crickets.
Yeah, yeah. it's that's you gotta that's the hard part, right? Learning to make your own bits
Mhm.
without chat input.
Mhm.
A lot of the time that's something that I'm getting a little off track here, but
No, no
that's
worries.
something that I've been learning to get good at and definitely improving on. Like my Izatsu or just chatting streams for non-weebs. Um, very much sometimes veer into the territory of I am just talking to myself for 5 minutes, even if chat is like active.
Mhm.
I'll just like get really into a specific bit and just keep going for
Yes.
a couple minutes.
Exactly. It's like you're
Yeah.
you're preaching to the choir, like literally.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I can definitely read on that one because I one of my shows, other than Crossfeed, it's called Studio C17, and it's where
Mm.
I watch an anime, and then I analyze it and I treat it like a classroom, and I'm the teacher.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah.
I do like a PowerPoint slide and I put it on my chalkboard and I just go from slide to slide and I just fucking rant about it.
Uh,
And
if
lately,
you ever do that with Clannad, I would love to watch it.
oh Clannad, oh my god,
Yeah.
wow that I feel like a teenager again. I've not heard that in years. Holy shit,
One of
Clannad,
my one of my favorite stories of all time.
that made me cry like a bitch. That show made me cry
Oh,
like a
yes.
fucking bitch. I weeped at
Mm-hmm.
some of the shows, the parts of it. Oh, she shouldn't have died. She should have not gone in the rain. Anyway, wept. Shut up, Earth. Shut up, Clanad. So when it comes to my classroom shows, I did a lot of Sailor Moon, uh,
Mm.
like season per season, and it's just like I put the points on the chalkboard, and then I just don't talk about the points because I'm just rambling about Sailor Moon.
Right.
Like I very passionate about Sailor Moon. But when it comes to like,
Yeah.
I have to pretend I'm a teacher, and I've like expelled like 8 students because they talk shit about Sailor Moon. I'm like, oh, fuck you, you're expelled. But yeah, ranting about it is a lot easier than just like talking to an empty like box and hope that someone talks back. So
Yeah.
it's fun. It's really fun when you have to get into it because really quick, they made fucking movies about Sailor Moon and they're the worst pieces of media I've ever seen. I
Yeah,
peaked.
that tends to happen.
Yeah, I peaked my mic because I was yelling so loud. That's something I uh, don't really care to admit. Clan ass, of course. Yeah, oh fuck you, Earth. Of course you wouldn't like it. But yes, bottom line is, yes, ranting is so much better when you do something you love because you can just talk shit about it the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes, so next question. Uh, speaking of loving stuff, hating stuff, are there any fantasy or RPG tropes that you particularly love or dislike?
Um, you know, I think hordlings that are here or watching this in the future are going to laugh at me for this. I love cursed objects in stories.
Really?
That is yes. So actually, when I play D&D, it's become a running gag to just give my characters like cursed objects because I love them so much. It's like my first real D&D character, his whole thing was like he like cursed rocks. Yeah, I cannot stop picking up cursed objects. If there is a object that is obviously cursed, I'm going to pick it up. I think of the 4 active like D&D characters that I have right now.
Hmm.
3 of them have cursed items
Oh,
by pure choice.
he deliberately picked them up.
Yes, I think that comes with a part of my love for tragedy
Mm.
and torturing characters a little bit. Um, it opens so much opportunity for tragic stories. So yes, I am a lover of the cursed sword, the cursed amulet, etc., etc. One of my favorite tropes, even if it's really stupid most of the time when actually done in stories. Um,
Oh.
but honestly, when it comes to tropes, it's that's hard to think of off the top of my head. To be honest, it's tropes aren't something that I tend to focus on when interacting with stories and stuff like that.
Mm.
I guess another trope that I really like are like, oh, you're actually my brother, or something like that. And we've been enemies this whole time. One of my favorite book series to do this, and it's kind of generally, I mean, it's popular. It's generally considered like trashy fantasy by fantasy buffs, like the Aragon books.
Oh,
They
those.
do that really well.
Yeah.
Those books are full of just fantasy tropes and plagiarism, but God, they're a guilty pleasure.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, extra points if the reveals after one kills the other. Hard agree on that. Sorry to snipe your chat, but
Oh, no, by all means, you are also 100% allowed to read as well because they talk for both. They're for both of us. But yes,
yeah, yeah.
it. Fuck, Aragon. Aren't those like sick ass books? And there's like 8 of them. Is that? There's like
There's 4. They're
4 of
just
them.
really big.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's like the yellow one and like a red one and like a blue one or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
those are the remaining dragons that exist in the story. The blue one is Saphir. The red one is Murtog.
Mm.
Or red one is Thorn. Sorry. The red one, Thorn. His rider is Murtog, who is the main character's long lost like brother, which is where that trope comes in that story.
Oh.
And they're kind of on like opposing sides because they ended up leading like very different lives, stuff like that. It's very good trope that I like. It's a guilty pleasure.
Uh, how did they find out that they're related? Without
So
spoiling too much.
Murtaugh, I mean, if you care about spoilers, but I don't
No,
mind talking about it.
no.
Okay. Murtaugh reveals it to Aragon while beating the shit out of him in the middle of war.
Oh, oh, oh.
He finds out because his master, who is like manipulating and mind breaking him on the side, told him, but he lied and told them they're full brothers, but they're actually half brothers, and they find that out. Well, Aragon finds that out way later in the story, and then tells Murtaugh about it.
Huh. Hey, by the
It's very
way,
good.
while I'm fucking kicking your ass, oh, you related to someone. Oh shit.
Yeah, he does it to fuck with him, to like also kind of mind break him a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you're no better than I am. We're brothers. We share the same father. And because their father, like Murtaugh's father was a piece of shit, but it's only their mother that they share in reality.
Right.
So it's like, you're no better than I am, kind of thing.
We are one
which is
of the
another
same.
trope that I like. Yeah, yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I saw how thick those books are, and I'm like, I'm illiterate. Oops.
They're very easy reads. They're very easy reads.
Mm.
There's not a lot in those books that is not like surface level, to be honest.
Very beginner friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine in high school who read all those, and like I saw him for like give or take 6 months with an Aragon book, and he's like,
Mm.
"Yeah, I read them."
It's peak.
Yeah, he said he liked them, but I'm like, yeah, I don't have that much of a attention span, and that's intimidating. So
Yeah, yeah. It's a couple of years ago too. The writer put out a book that was from the perspective of Murtaugh, and I really, really liked that book.
oh, hell yeah.
Though I will say, if you're interested, if you're ever interested in reading like a shorter story that is kind of like OG fantasy,
Oh,
definitely look into the Earthsea cycle. A lot of fantasy stories draw inspiration from that. They're very short. They're kind of told in like a almost like a fable sort of format.
oh, sick.
It's less narrative and more being told like a story over a campfire.
Oh,
They're
that's
very good.
cool.
I was actually doing some reading and analysis of sections of the first Earthsea book on my stream a few weeks ago, and I want to continue doing that with the second book
That
as
is
well.
that is sick. I will definitely hop in if you ever do that soon.
Yeah, yeah.
That's badass. Um, ooh, so, okay. Speaking of books and their worlds and all that lovely stuff. Um, fuck, where'd the question go? Hang on, there it is. If you could live inside one fictional world, which would you choose, and which one would you avoid entirely?
Mm. So many. See, here's the thing, right? Going back, where we're circling around. It's the stories I tend to like are very tragic. So that means a lot of the times the worlds that they take place in just suck objectively to
Yeah,
live in.
yeah.
But if I had to pick one, I'd say the most like actual friendly livable one would off the top of my head would probably be either Final Fantasy 14 or since we're on it, the World of Aragon, because I think being a dragon rider would be so fucking cool.
That'd be badass.
And one that I absolutely would not live in a million years. Pretty much anything else. Near Replicant, wouldn't want to live in that. Dragon's Dogma,
Uh-huh.
wouldn't want to live in that because I'd be a literal NPC. Uh, Tainted Grail, because I really like that game as well. Wouldn't want to live in that. That's all bad. Everything going on there is just fucked.
Uh, I like looking at it. I'm not gonna be in it.
Yep, yeah.
I can't really say much myself. I don't. Uh, I guess the Metal Gear Solid world. For circling back, I wouldn't mind living in that. You know,
I love war.
yeah, war is so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're not in it, haha.
Right, yeah.
But as cliche as it'll sound, I'm not gonna, jump into the fucking Fallout world or anything like that.
Right. No, fuck that.
I'm good. I'd rather not get in a fucking what do you call those? The fucking you freeze until you go to bed type things. What do you call those? What are those called again?
Like sleep paralysis?
Yeah, Fallout 4. If you have you played Fallout 4, the beginning of it.
I've not, no.
Shit. So they go into like this
Oh,
chamber.
cryo sleep.
Thank you. There it is. I'd rather not
Yeah.
be in cryo sleep as soon as I see a bomb go off. I'm good.
It's fine. You're not thinking about anything.
Yeah, I'm just going to sleep and I'm very cold.
Yeah.
But I think let's hang on. Let me pull up all my lovely games because I can probably name a few on my end. There we go. I mean, the GTA world would be pretty sick, you know. Any GTA game would be. I mean, if you're not a pedestrian.
That's just real life. That's just real life.
Fuck, it is. But you know, all the cool, all the missions, you know, pull off heists and you know start shit. I don't know.
Right. I would say, oh, like, you know, doing whatever you want without consequences, but that's not even true. The cops do still come after you.
They do, and and then they just shoot on sight the whole time.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, very, very fantasy-esque. You know, that's fuck. I've not played a lot. Skyrim.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Skyrim would.
I've actually not really played a whole lot of Skyrim. I tried. I couldn't get into it.
Same.
That's going to sound insane, but
despite the circumstances, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying Skyrim with like a shit ton of mods to keep me entertained. And like recently, I've been playing it, and it's like, yeah, it's great, but it's like really slow.
Yeah, that's just kind of how open world RPGs like that are.
Yeah, but you know, the mods make it 10 times better.
Gotcha. Yeah, most people play it modded, from my understanding.
Yeah, I've tried vanilla Skyrim and I was bored as shit, and then I was not lagged out. I like glitched out and I got stuck in like a tree or some shit. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Nope, no, there goes the hype. All gone.
Bethesda moment.
Exactly. Yeah, name one game that Bethesda made that isn't glitched the shit.
You literally can't. It's impossible.
It's almost like if it didn't have glitches, it would not be a Bethesda game.
Right, yeah.
Especially Starfield.
The B in Bethesda stands for bugs.
Yeah. Bethesda.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've also heard that what's the Starfield, their newest game is fucking notorious for all their bugs and like lack of like everything. Like, oh yeah, it's set in space, but you're on a moon and it looks like a moon. Nothing there, except for like a city.
It's No Man's Sky, but worse. From my understanding.
Yeah, I'd rather just play No Man's Sky. I miss that game. They keep updating. It's so weird. Like, we forgive you for making a shitty game.
We forgived you a long time ago. You can stop now.
You're okay. I'll play it. Oh, that's such a good game though. Oh, here we go. Here's another really good question. So you're into theory crafting. You know, you make all the theories and stuff. So what kind of theories do you enjoy exploring the most?
I don't know. Well, it's actually a good question. It's really dependent on the story and the themes that actually exist within the game. You know what I mean? Though I guess my preferences lean towards things relating to, it's gonna sound crazy, kind of off the wall, but sort of reincarnation tropes. I really like doing theory crafting about in stories. Like, this is such a difficult thing to explain. I'm thinking specifically right now of Tainted Grail. It's less theory crafting in that game and more directly canon. But there is a character in that game that is the reincarnation of the dead prince of the ultimate enemy. And I think that doing theory crafting and analysis around that kind of thing in particular can be really interesting. I don't think I'm making any sense. Um, I don't know. That's just, I guess it's just really one of those things that's very dependent on the actual stories and themes that exist within the game.
Okay. So kind of like a like an isekai almost, kind of like that. Like you died in some other world and you came back as someone else, and then you have to like build off of that. Yeah.
No,
No.
more like I guess like the consequences and symbolism behind it. Especially, thinking in the context of Tainted Grail, where like one of the main characters, again, is the reincarnation of the prince of the enemy.
Mm.
And said prince of the enemy was very interested in humans because the enemy, they're not humans.
Oh.
Um, they're called four dwellers, or like big creatures with like four arms, and they're very cool.
Whoa.
Um, yeah, it's a good game. Um, so in that game in particular, it's more about, the meaning behind it in the sense of, the prince's obsession and adoration for the humans is what led to his downfall, but in the end he became one of them and became the one that nearly eradicated their kind. You know what I mean? Like, uh
Kind of like
so hard to explain.
turned a new leaf almost. Like he saw the good in people, and he's like, "You guys are not as bad. I think I might switch."
No, 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 no.
No, no. Okay, never mind.
Very, very much the opposite of that.
Oh.
More like one affection overpowering the other, and it leading to the demise of both sides. Again, and
Oh.
leaning into that tragedy sort of part of it. Like his affection being the ultimate blinding factor that led to the downfall of his people, both in his past life and his current life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So, huh.
The explanations aren't going to get any better.
Got it. I got it.
It's only going to get more complicated. I'm sorry.
No worries at all.
I'm having a hard time articulating myself with this one.
No worries at all. Do you have any other theories kind of in that area, or do you have...
like I said, it's just so dependent on the game. There's not one particular theory that I like to like dig into for like every single thing. It just really depends on what is going on in the story.
Gotcha. Basically, the situation you're in defies whether or not you can make a theory on it.
Right, yeah.
Ah, gotcha. I cannot say the same when it comes to theories. I'm more like a theory. Like I try to, for me, when it comes to like more open world games and all that stuff, like obviously like Skyrim and all that stuff, I try to put my theories in my character. Like, what am I gonna
Right.
do? What? Why am I here? Who am I gonna what's the word? Be aligned with? Who's my friend? Who's my enemy? So mine's more of a self-centered one.
Right, yeah.
When it comes to that, shit, I can't open my notepad. So there it is. Damn it, I teleported again.
Oh no.
Oh my god. There we go. Okay. So yes, so when it comes to theories, theory crafting, I make a main character or an MC in a game, and I just see what I can just come up with as it
Hmm.
happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Usually,
Like sort of making your own character as you go.
yeah. Usually, I just
Yeah.
become homicidal maniacs, and I just clear buildings. Is usually my
Murder
default.
hobo.
Yes, I'm usually the hobo who got shot in the head, so I'm taking revenge on anyone who dared to look in my direction, and then I get all
Yeah.
their loot. Especially
Gotcha.
when they come up to me and they talk to me, you're not, yeah, you're not leaving alive. How dare you interrupt me? So yeah, those are my lovely theories as well. But speaking of, you know, MCs and talking about yourself and all that lovely stuff, uh, so how does your dragon character influence the way you present yourself on stream?
Um, I guess it more leans into bits, honestly. I call my chat my hordlings. Make jokes about like I actually a couple videos on like TikTok and YouTube I make jokes about like, oh, like this dragon kidnaps you, like what are you doing? Like
Uh,
like playing into it primarily for the bit. Um I tend to be more authentic rather than playing a character, so it's more just being myself than anything else. Um, Being a dragon character in particular is pretty much a matter of like aesthetic preference. I just think they're really cool. Uh, I do try to keep like some K-fob. Like I refer like family members like Papa Dragon, Graham Dragon, stuff
yeah.
like that. Like using certain verbiage and stuff like that to like keep up the character a little bit. But it's I don't play really a character in particular. I just try to be myself.
Oh, so it basically just amplifies you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
you play on to who you are. If you,
Yeah.
I can, I can definitely relate because my lovely this avatar was I found this avatar when I was doing another episode or another show I call
Mm,
Ghost Kissers,
yeah.
which is a parody of obviously like ghost hunters and paranormal activity people who find stuff. Um,
Yeah.
so what I do is I just go to like VR chat horror maps and just play them.
Mm,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but how I found this one, me and a buddy of mine were gonna we're starting an episode, the very first episode of Ghost Kissers. He had like this black and white, like scary furry avatar, and I'm like, we should kind of match. We should probably find something cool, huh? And he's like, all right. So I, if I remember correctly, I like searched like tactical or whatever, and then this
Mm,
avatar showed up, and then I never took it off.
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
I,
Awesome.
I've made it my whole brand because if you look at my logo, it's just this head with the red circle
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah.
So I can relate. It's also it's a part of me as well as the character itself. So I can relate. I'm very the avatar is very self centered with the whole branding and all that.
Mm,
So it's me just as this avatar.
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, we can definitely relate on that one.
Mm.
So is there a game you love that you think is misunderstood or overlooked?
Dragon's Dogma. Where it all comes back, Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, that definitely. Honestly, Drakengard as well. I've just been like stuck on like these couple games. I swear I know more games than that. It's just every single time I'm asked to like think about like what games do you like? I'm like, I forgets every game I've ever played.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh oh man. I'm looking through my own log now. Let me see. Games that I think are misunderstood.
Yeah.
Um
Or overlooked. Definitely
or
overlooked.
overlooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Overlooked, I think Off the RPG by Mortis Ghost. Um that's kind of a niche one. It actually got a remake and was put on Steam last year.
Oh.
It's an okay remake. They got rid of a lot of they had to get rid of the original music.
Oh.
Which sucks because the music was a big part of the atmosphere. Um Indie game that I really liked, Arctic Eggs, also very very good. Made me a little sniffly at some points. One of the games that you finish and you're like, yeah, that was good. It's a short game
Mm.
about making eggs. Uh, it's shockingly difficult.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I'm looking through my Steam log right now.
making eggs. That's awesome.
It's there are a lot of games that are overlooked. That's just kind of like the nature of like the games market, you know.
Yeah.
But plenty more that are underrated. I think that Near Replicant as well, since these are the games that I'm sticking with today, apparently, was also one that initially was pretty not super well received from my understanding. Like it was like a cult classic,
Yeah.
but it wasn't until it got the remake that it started to get like some of the attention that it deserved.
A lot of games have had that lately. I've noticed.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah.
Definitely wants me to. If it deserves a remake, then I believe that the original deserves to be played. If it's that good,
Oh, for sure.
especially when it comes to like Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 is uh, beautiful, but it's
Mm.
it's a PS2 game obviously, so it's like very
The tank controls.
yes, holy shit. Oh,
That was what threw me off of it and made me go, I'm just gonna wait for the remake.
mm-hmm. Oh my god. Oh, I there's not been a game where they made the tank controls good, especially when you're getting chased. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. It is a relic and it should stay a relic.
Yes, it deserves to stay in its own time frame. But other than that, Dragon's Dogma Replicant.
That's my favorite game.
Just meshed the two together. I mean, Misunderstood would basically for me would be all of the Metal Gear Solid games
Mm-hmm.
because they made no sense. Like
Right, yeah, easy to misunderstand a game that doesn't make any sense in the first
no,
place.
it's one of like I said, it's one of those where you have to play all of them to get a very brief understanding, and then you're like, what?
Right, right, right.
Which is also they're also notorious for like 2 hour long cutscenes, and you just have to sit there with
Mm-hmm.
the controller on the table just watching a fucking movie, and then you're still confused.
I
At
don't know,
the
that
end
sounds
of it.
kind of fun.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like Metal Gear Solid 4 is like the most cutscene heavy one
Gotcha.
that you can occasionally like press a button and it flashes back to like some previous game, and that's it. then
Gotcha.
it's like,
Gotcha.
and then there's gameplay, and then it's like a 10-hour cutscene, and then there's more gameplay, and then you're in a fucking. Never mind. So other than that, we'll spoil more of it. Whoops.
Right, right.
So for me, an overlooked game, which is an indie game that I adore so much, is Silly Polly Beast. It is so fucking cool. It's like
I've never heard of that in my life.
exactly. No, exactly. It is so. It's such a under the radar game that's like it's a diamond in the rough because it turns
Mm,
into a like a top down shooter to a 2D shooter, and then it has like a little bit of open world into it. The story's fucking perfect. Like
mm.
I would love to play it on stream, but I already beat it, so I'd be like, yeah, this happens, and then oh,
Right, right.
yeah, I kind of ruined it for myself by accident. But I recommend the shit out of it if you want to play some more indie games that are very story focused.
Yeah, what's it called again?
Silly Polly Beast.
Okay.
It's such a weird name, but it's so fucking good. The main character's
Adding that
awesome.
to my list.
Hell yeah. Like, there's also like hidden stuff you can find to like alternate like her outfit, and I'm gonna leave it as that. But oh,
All right.
beautiful game, beautiful ending too. It's hard as
Hmm.
fuck. It's a hard ass game. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's so good. But yeah. So, oh, here we go. Here's a really good one. So, what kind of atmosphere do you aim to create for viewers during your streams?
I try to keep things pretty relaxed. Kind of like something that you can come home to after a long day and just shoot the shit for a little bit. Um, because like I mentioned earlier, I like to heavily engage with my chat.
Mhm.
Um, I like to, get to know people that come into my chat and be able to be like, hey, like, how are you? Like,
Mhm.
how are you doing? Uh, and like actually, have conversations with people. Um, so I guess that's kind of the atmosphere I try to create for folks, is something that you can just come in and just hang out a little bit. Um, the small stream vibes, which makes sense. It is a small stream, but
It adds the flavor.
something. Yeah, and even if you're not interacting with chat, I still try to keep it entertaining. Like um, I try to keep things silly. I try to keep things light. If I am getting into heavier topics, which usually that can come up when doing like narrative analysis on games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll still try to crack jokes about it to keep things light. Um, but yeah, just something kind of relaxed and chill that people can just come feel like they can hang out.
Huh. Yeah, definitely agree with you on that one. It's more of a I'm just gonna unwind while I laugh and enjoy what's in front of me, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
But also be very informed.
Mm-hmm. And it's my hordlings are very used to this. I mentioned this earlier too, I think as well. I'll go on just rants for like minutes at a time, especially when I'm playing Final Fantasy 14. I'm really into a job called Fisher, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's fishing. It's completely useless in the game. There's no point to doing it except for achievements and like rare titles. But it's something that I'm really into. So, like, when I do fishing streams, I will go in depth about like the mechanics of it and like talk really in depth about how to specifically catch each fish, because it's shockingly complicated sometimes for like a fishing mini game. It's one of the best fishing mini games like I've ever seen in any game.
Really?
So if it's something that I'm really passionate about, even mechanically, I can rant about that for a little while.
Huh. So it's like I'm gonna catch this fish and I'll teach you how, or I'll show you how.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you how to min max catching this fish. Like, oh, you need this bait, you go at this time with this weather transition, you're gonna want to use this ability 3 times, and then, do this, pull hook at this set time, and then recast and all a whole bunch of nonsense.
That's fucking crazy. I had no idea if a mini
Yeah.
game could be that uh, in depth.
Oh yeah, there's been a big hubbub in the Final Fantasy 14 fishing community because the most recent game patch 7.4, there's new big fish it's called, that are added with every patch, and big fish are time and weather gated usually, so they're only up at specific real world times.
Oh.
Um, and people had a really hard time finding one fish. Like a month passed and nobody had caught it. And somebody finally caught it, and people realized, oh my God, this is the lowest uptime fish in the game. It's going to be down for 90 days later this year. It has an average downtime of 3 weeks,
Holy shit.
which is insane. Yeah. So you get one shot to catch it every 3 weeks, and the times that it pops are really bad for people in my time zone. So I'm not going to be able to go after it for like another 3 months. Unless I want to get up at like 2, 3 in the morning.
Oh fuck! I mean, is it? Would you think it's worth the fish worth getting up that?
I'm insane and have done that before.
Oh, never mind.
Yes, so I've done it before, so I will do it again, but I'm not as worried about it now. I'm like, I got plenty of time before the end of the X pack when like the new fancy title comes out. So, if I'm coming up against the clock and I want to get that title quick, then I'll get up in the middle of the night.
I will set an alarm.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Can't really say the much. I can't really say I've done that. But when wait,
it's the sicko in me again.
it's the thrill of the hunt. I can definitely I can agree with you on that one. I mean, Destiny 1, I guess I could say that like when like new raids came out, I would like be at the with my clan or whatever teammates I'm playing with, and then we go on
Mm.
for like 8 hours to like 9 hours, especially if it's like a brand new raid that no one knows how to beat. So we just brute force it the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
What? I'm staying here for a minute. I'm
All right.
staying down. I'm staying
I'll
down
just
here.
look down here.
Oh, that's so annoying. So sensitive. Like my overlay is up, but I just anyway. So I can also relate that I've also stayed up at like really early in the morning just to get something done because
Uh-huh.
it's again it's the thrill of the hunt. What kind of new gun you're gonna get? So,
Right, right.
but for me, when it comes to what, hang on, I can't. There we go, much better. There we go. I'm not as perfect. Um, for the atmosphere though, for me, the atmosphere would be you're watching TV.
Mm.
That's my whole like shtick. Like you turn on your TV and then I show up, and then I'm either like doing like some fake like those shopping channels. I've done one of those. I've done a Good Morning talk show. I've done a sports commentary one. So when it comes to like atmosphere, it's like you're sitting down and you're you're straight up watching television, just without all the commercials and all the shitty, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
all the breaks and the FCC, censoring everything. So
Uh.
yeah, fuck that. So that's my atmosphere.
Cool, cool.
Uh, here we go. We're almost done. Couple more to go.
All good.
So how important is lore consistency for you, like both in games and in your own character?
In character, I don't really have a lot of lore. But in games, that kind of thing is very important to me. I've gone on many rants about story inconsistencies in games and stuff like that. Uh, though, if I like a game enough, sometimes I'll make excuses for it. Be like, no, no, it's part of the meta. Like anybody does.
Hmm.
You want to excuse the flaws of your favorite games.
Exactly. Uh, yeah. Oh yeah. For me, it would be the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Yeah,
Right, right.
it like I said, it's 1-to-1, but there's like some mechanics that are like
Mm-hmm. Oh, uh-oh. Sorry, I cannot hear you suddenly. I think your mic cut out. Heard like a popping noise and then can't hear anything. Make sure it's not me. Okay, it's not me.
okay. There we go. Oh, it's too loud on my end. 1 second. There we go. Haha, just kidding.
Oh, oh, there we go.
Yeah, my uh Bluetooth microphone died on me.
Oh no.
Perfect timing. So now I'm
Yeah.
now I'm just going to my other microphone, so hopefully it's not too loud for you.
All good, all good.
Okay. Anyway, so as I was saying, what was I saying? The Metal Gear Solid mechanic issues that are not as
Mm.
accurate. Of course, Zero shows up and breaks it. Yes, Zero. As soon as you showed up, it broke. Um, I came in and broke shit. Yeah, you did. Now let me do something else really quick. I love how it like died as soon as I was talking. It's great. Dude, I'm breaking stuff of my own. There we go. There we go. Now, let me move back to my other chair. if it'll let me. There we go. Okay, anyway, so as I was saying...
I think you got like the Discord overlay showing on the...
I am... See, look how professional I am. I'm so professional. Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm breaking stuff. There we go.
Oh, my gosh. The big expose.
Oh, everyone knows how I do it now. I broke stuff. And what? And now I'm...
My immersion.
It's all fake, guys. I unveiled it. Oops, I hit the mic. Okay. Whew. Now back to your scheduled programming. Let's see. When it comes to lore, I do think lore really does need to stay consistent.
Oh, for sure.
I want a refund? Of course you do. So, like, yeah, when remakes happen and all that, they like to change shit on you. And then you're, like, too obsessed with the original game that it just fucking, just, like...
Yeah, you can't help but notice all the inconsistencies.
Yeah.
I've actually been experiencing that recently with the Trigun Stampede, Trigun Stargaze. I know it's not supposed to be a one-to-one of the manga or anything like that, but there's just little things that they're trying to pull from the manga, but completely butchering the original intended meaning and purpose behind it. That's making me go like, why?
How dare you change it on me?
Yeah.
I completely agree. It's so annoying. Like what other, like, a lot of remakes do that. They like try to like modernize it, and they like, I think we should change the lore just a little bit. It's like, what's
just a little bit.
Yeah, just enough. Like, just
who's gonna care? Who's gonna notice?
Only the diehard fans will. Of course they will.
Yeah, no. Then those are the least important ones.
Yeah, they're the reason your game gets the remake. It kills me. I mean, when it comes to like Hitman, you know, like the Hitman series, like way back in the day, it was just so simplistic, and then they like kept changing it so like drastically with every game, which they should, obviously, but it's like it's so vastly different from the original that's like the consistency's not there.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. But I mean, no, yeah, you said you don't have a lot of lore for your character, right?
Yeah.
So you've been very like...
I am an office worker. I'm a dragon office worker. I go to the office. I'm in my business cash.
That is the best lore.
Yeah.
I will breathe fire on you, but I'll also, start printing stuff out for you.
I gotta go to my 9 to 5. Yeah.
Who needs a car? I can just fly there.
Yeah, exactly.
But, if you're tired, you can just drive there. You don't feel like flying.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of your lore and all that lovely stuff, I keep saying that. It's my segue. It's my segue sentence. So, has streaming changed the way you experience games or stories compared to playing privately?
Not really. I have a pretty heavy and constant internal dialogue when I'm doing anything. So it's just basically making my internal dialogue external. The only thing that really changes it is, interacting with chat. But again, I feel like that's not all that much different from like, streaming it to a friend and like experiencing it with them. So honestly, if anything, I think it kind of enhances the experience a little bit because I can talk more outwardly rather than just like thinking to myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So basically, you're just like, hey, here's this game I'm playing and I'm having fun with it, instead of like, this game I'm playing it.
Yeah.
I do agree though. I do think that having the second person with you makes it like 10 times better.
It's the only thing I think that I would consider a negative of it is when you're being really bad at a game and you just get embarrassed because then you have like 10 people watching you be bad at it.
Exactly.
Like I've genuinely like felt my face get red sometimes when I'm like, playing a game and just totally bungling it.
Yes, oh my god, Dark Souls in a nutshell. I have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I've like. I was having like a particularly like bad boss experience, and I just fucking slammed my controller, and I, I broke it. I broke my controller.
Oh, the baby raging, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was my favorite controller too, and I like, uh,
Oh no.
yeah. I looked up at the stream, and it was still streaming. So I'm like, oh, well. Anyways, guys, I'll try again tomorrow and buy a new controller.
Yeah, yeah.
But that
I mean,
makes
sometimes what you got to do is just take a break.
exactly or uninstall it. Either one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh my god. Oh, it kills me. But there's also like I'm having fun with this game, and I think that the chat's also having fun with this game as well because, they talk shit about it as long as I do. So,
Right, right, right.
so it has definitely changed my experience with gaming as a whole.
Mm.
That's why we can't really play games solo anymore, though. I mean, I can, but it's like I have no one to talk to about this.
Yeah, yeah.
But here you go. So what draws you from collecting art and indie books alongside the games?
Honestly, for the same reason I get into games. For the story, the experience, sometimes a distraction. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's always been all three of those things have always been hobbies of mine since I was like a kid. Maybe not necessarily like collecting them, but like engaging with it. It's all three are just lifelong hobbies that I've always carried with me. It's yeah, it's just what I like to do. It's I just like thinking about things. I like talking about themes and analysis and writing about it. I should do more like game reviews that focus on analysis and stuff like written reviews. That's something that I've considered doing, but yeah. I guess just because I like it.
That's the perfect answer. I like doing it.
So I'm going to keep doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I will be a collectathon person, or is that the right word? Collector.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
that's a hard word.
the thing too with art as well is I really like supporting independent artists. And the best way to do that is, like buying their work or commissioning them. So that's also part of why I enjoy doing it. Especially from, like you said, indie creators, like indie artists, indie writers.
Yeah.
I just like supporting people in the communities that I enjoy. So because people have always supported me in the communities I enjoy, so I like to be able to give back in that kind of way too.
Oh, 100%. It makes it all the worth it for both
Yeah,
sides.
yeah.
10 out of 10, especially when it comes to like like indie games. Those are my favorite kinds of games to collect because they're made like by like one person and they're like
yeah
under the radar. So I'm like, yeah, I'll play that. It's like the best game ever. And I do kind of collect art as well. I haven't. I mean, I'm not gonna say like I go on Amazon and find that stuff, but
right.
a lot of it's like what I've been kind of collecting is like I guess like wallpapers for my for my PC. Like I cycle through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's for the love of the game, pretty much. That's what collecting is.
Yeah.
So, what makes a conversation on stream feel especially engaging to you?
I I don't know. I think that really depends on the context of what's going on in the stream. If I'm talking about, something that's happening in game and, chat is also talking about something that's happening in game, that's more engaging than if, chat starts talking about something completely random. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If the hordlings are willing to meet me on my level, that's when it's most engaging for me, I think.
Oh hell yeah! What?
Or when they're adding to the bit.
Yes, when it comes to your lore and all that, like your chat's lore and your what do you call those? Oh, damn. Those inside jokes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially inside jokes. Especially like if like a new chatter shows up when an inside joke is like happening, and then they're like, "Is this normal?" Is this...
Here's kind of a weird inside joke. I wouldn't even say it's an inside joke with my chat. It's more something that only happens on like TikTok and YouTube.
Oh.
People say that I sound like Doki Bird. And whenever I get a new comment that says, "I thought this was Doki Bird. This chick sounds like Doki Bird," I'll like bring it up when I stream next and be like, "Guys, it keeps happening." And every single time, without fail, my chat is like, "We don't hear it." Like, it's just the people on YouTube and TikTok. It's so bizarre.
That is... I mean, it could be like a different like format question mark.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's just like when you get like a little snippet like that, maybe it's easier to make that comparison. You know?
Think so, something like that. Yeah, I remember when I don't hear it. I mean, I've heard of Doki Bird, but no, I don't. It must be a TikTok thing.
I was pretty sick earlier this week, and I was really congested, and I got in, and one of the hordlings was like, "Okay, now you actually do sound like."
Well, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, I do agree though. I can 100% agree with you on that. Like if I play a game and all that stuff, it's and I'm like having a shitty time and like the boss is an asshole and all that. They also talk shit about the boss and well, they mostly talk shit about me because I'm bad at it, but it's like, yeah, you could have got that boss. Oh, never mind. And then they just get bullied.
Yeah.
They team up on me pretty nicely, and they're like, do you want me to help you? I'm like, no, I fucking got it. And then I drink some more. So
yeah.
Oh wow,
Biscuit. That's Chat's job.
It is definitely Chat's job to bully the streamer. Oh yeah, Biscuit can agree with you on that. Yeah, the
fake Doki Bird allegations.
Yeah. So it is definitely a long-term thing. Oh, here you go. Speaking of inside jokes and all that, are there like any themes or ideas you find yourself returning to again and again?
Not particularly. I tend to try to keep things varied. I don't like repeating myself a lot, like during streams, because I want each stream to feel fresh. When it comes to story analysis, there are definitely certain like themes and ideas and symbolism that I tend to pick on really quickly because I like, enjoy them. And those tend to be the ones that I'll pick apart first when I notice them. But when it comes to just chatting streams, I try to keep it varied. I don't bring up like the same topics a lot, or at least I try not to.
Exactly.
Yeah. At most, the most recurring theme is the Beatles killer, which I mentioned that earlier, but I didn't actually show it to you. Let me see if I can get them pulled up.
Oh, yes, I want to see that.
There it is. These are the Beetle killers. We're just waiting to find our George.
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah. This is the only recurring theme or bit I think that I really keep up.
I love the fat cigarette they all smoking. Oh my god.
The Marlboro Lights. They're Marlboro Lights.
Oh, this is a big brand for them. That is fucking awesome. Yeah. Oh my god. For me though, I don't know if I have any themes. I mean, I'm pretty sure any of my audience members would probably help me, but I like keep shit fresh as well. I don't really like stay on something unless it's obviously like a TV show I do. Because that's,
yeah.
But other than that, I don't really have any themes for me, actually. It's more just like, this asshole's on TV again. Haha, let's bully him.
Right. You just keep showing up. That's the theme.
Yeah.
It's me again.
Hey guys, look.
I'm the most recurring part of this.
I'm talking again.
Yeah, yeah.
But when it comes for like ideas, oh yeah, I've again my shows. Like I have like the whole late night talk show and all that stuff. So yeah, mine's a lot more like scheduled, I guess you could say, rather than just
Yeah, yeah.
when it comes to yeah, consistency. Yeah, back to that. Yeah, I'm just consistent with my themes, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the here a really here's a really good one. Here's a good one. So, what do you hope people understand about you after spending time in your streams?
I am a comedian first and a human being second.
Fuck yeah. Perfect.
No, no, no. Jokes aside, legitimate answer to that. I guess I just hope that, people understand I'm just here to have fun. Um I've talked about it quite a bit before on stream. But I do this for fun first and foremost. Being able to build a community is very important to me, and being able to, like, get to know the people that are investing their time in, like, coming and supporting me and, like, watching my streams. That I really appreciate that kind of stuff. um I guess that's the answer. Again, it's always so hard to answer questions like that about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I completely agree with you. It is. I mean, when the spotlight's on you, it makes everything so much more like impactful, and you want to make it impactful
Mhm.
as you can. But yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
you on that one. I too would love a community of lovely people that I would like to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to put it.
Just here for a good time.
Yeah, we're here for a good time and not a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So let us land this lovely plane with the final question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, looking ahead, what kind of stories or experiences are you most excited to explore next?
Um. Well, I guess I'm always looking forward to finding new stories that will really capture me. I try not to look for, like, really specific stuff because I want to keep the stories I experience varied. Sticking in, one genre or one, like, set of tropes is what causes you to stagnate. And the same thing kind of goes for streaming too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to try new things constantly so that you're not stagnating creatively.
Yes.
But as for experiences, one of my goals actually for the rest of this year is to work on doing more covers
Oh.
and more karaoke streams and stuff like that, because I really enjoy singing, but I haven't really had a whole lot of privacy since I started streaming, unfortunately.
Oh.
But that's going to change very soon. So I'm hoping to get more experience with doing covers, because I've always been really big into music as well. I can't believe I've neglected to bring that up this entire time.
Now's the perfect time. Now's the perfect time.
Yeah, yeah. I used to write a lot of music. I got really burnt out from doing a lot of live performance music a couple years ago,
Hmm.
and sort of fell out of it and got more into, just listening to it and enjoying it. I'm pretty much always listening to music. Um, so trying to get back into creating music, even if it's just covers, is something that I'm really looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to getting to play some of my instruments again, which the Hordlings are telling me they want me to play on stream. And I'm like, well, I got to practice a little bit first. I've been rusty. I've been burnt out for a long time, so I gotta practice a little bit first. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to most, is sort of trying to beat back the burnout with regards to my love for performing music and making music. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. I mean, do you think your burnout will stop being a burnout once you start doing all your covers and stuff? Do like, would it like reignite your passion for it if you start doing it on
I
stream?
Yeah, I think so. I have actually put out one cover already. It is a piano cover with vocals of Millie's Mirror Mirror from their Millennium Mother album, which is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Oh.
Um, and ever since then, I've just been itching constantly. Like, I want to do more covers. I want to do more covers, but I just haven't had like the space or like real privacy to like properly record.
Gotcha.
So I'm hoping, because I think that, you know, starting to stream has reignited my passion for a lot of things that I thought I had lost passion for. Um, so I think it's a good thing. It's a catalyst for a lot of good things for me.
The spark to make a giant wildfire of creativity.
Yeah, coming from a dragon too.
Boom.
Yeah.
So wow, so just basically just more lovely covers and just keep on keeping on.
Pretty much, yeah. Just continuing to grow and get better at what I do.
You and me both. That's why I was talking about my whole season 2 thing, because
Yeah, yeah.
when you talk about the
Which,
whole...
by the way,
Oh,
oh, sorry.
no,
Episode 9. 9 is actually my favorite number. I go on schizo rants about this occasionally on my streams.
Oh shit.
Because it's a good number, right? If you got, because 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. They're all the same number. You get 9 times 2 is 27. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 times 3 is 36. 9 times 2 is 18. It's 8 plus 1 is 9. I can't believe I had to think about that. But you can just keep going up like that. That's why I like it.
Oh yeah, I mean, oh yeah, that's right. The sum of whatever it multiplies by 9 is the equals to 9. Yeah.
Equals 9. Yeah.
Like, that's why 9 is a sick ass number, and it's a perfect, it's a perfect coincidence because this is episode 9.
Yeah, that's why it's the best number. I get really weird about numbers.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, so season 2. You talk about stagnation and all that. That's what I was really kind of pushing on when it came to where I thought season 1 ended, because I'm like, okay, I'm used to this and this and this. I'm used to, you know, pumping out these episodes, and I'm like, we gotta change it up. So
right.
that's why I'm like, if I'm gonna make a season 2, and I'm just gonna fucking just change everything, because I know, I believe I know what I'm doing with the whole.
Yeah, I think he got this down.
I appreciate it. So, I mean, new sets, new backgrounds, new logos, all that stuff. So you got to keep it fresh. You can't be stagnant.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
In this fucking area, Twitch is always.
Yeah. It's an oversaturated market, so you got to make yourself stand out.
Exactly. And hopefully, my lovely Crossfeed idea kind of shines the light on the people who deserve to, you know, get their channel pushed up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like I said before, before we started, I think that it's a really, really cool idea and a really cool thing that you're doing to try and elevate, small creators and stuff like that.
I strongly appreciate it, because that's at the end of the day, I just hope that you have a couple more followers that will also watch you.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Of course, I couldn't be happier. So, since we're almost at the end of the episode, I do a segment where our lovely chat asks us questions. Like, whomever is on your side asks me questions, and whoever is on my side asks you questions, vice versa. So, everyone in chat, whoever's listening in, what questions do you have for either of us? And while they're asking the questions, you and I are gonna have one more little conversation to, give them a little bit more time. So, what game are you playing now that, are you having most fun streaming right now?
Well, just this past week, I started Metal Gear Rising, and we talked about that a little bit.
Yep.
I've been really enjoying that. It took me a little bit to get used to. Some of the hordlings actually had to backseat a little bit, because I guess the game doesn't mechanically explain itself very well.
No.
Some of it I had to figure out through trial and error, but I'm really enjoying that. I've also been playing. I've been doing fishing trains in Final Fantasy 14, where you go after like a set list of big fish. That has been really fun.
Ooh.
Um, but other than that, I tend to try and like cycle things through to keep it fresh. I've been playing like a little bit of Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm planning on playing Amnesia next week. I play Tainted Grail. Besides that, there hasn't been a whole lot besides like, a couple indie games here and there, like Arctic Eggs that I mentioned earlier. I have been wanting to play some Ultra Kill actually on stream.
That game
I'm actually I'm pretty okay at it, but I'm probably really rusty, so I'd have to get some practice in.
That's such a
do some cyber grind.
Kick-ass game. I love Ultra Kill.
Mm-hmm.
I've been begged to play that.
It's very fun.
But the bosses are fucking impossible. Holy shit. Trust me.
Which one?
There's like a big ass. No, he was fun. I just chainsawed him the whole time.
Yeah.
The fucking like the big monument statue guy that like
Cerberus?
I think so. There's like two of them. There's like two big ass statue guys that like fucking like one shot you. You're trapped in a small room and like two of them, stand up and you have to kill them.
Are you talking about P2, the Cerberus room, the Weezer room?
Mm-mm.
Or are you talking about like one of the early levels?
One of the early levels, like I think it was like Goliath? Question mark? Golem? The big ass statues. I don't know. It's been a minute since I played.
Yeah, I think that's like the tutorial boss. I think is what you're talking about.
The tutorial.
The two Cerberus in the room.
Yeah. That one. I get my ass kicked by the tutorial.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn. Really shows how good I am with that game. Fuck.
I'm like, okay, this is either the Weezer room, but that has 4 of the statues in it.
I got my ass kicked by just 2 of them.
Yeah. Once you figure out how to deal with them, they're not too bad. You can actually one-shot them through certain weapon combos.
Oh, no shit.
It's one of my favorite things to do. It's ultra ricochet, or you can use the cannonball.
Yeah. Yes, I've attempted that one, and I usually. Yeah.
It's pairing. It all comes down to pairing.
Yes, that's the one thing that I was struggling the most. And then once I figured it out, it was just like nothing could fucking touch me.
Yeah.
Well, there's no questions, so I'm assuming they all died. Damn, that sucks.
This is so sad.
Yeah.
Well, it just means that your interview questions were good.
Yes, I have answered, or no, they have. They're satisfied with the answers and the questions.
Yeah. But yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Oh, of course. I'm very appreciative you showing up. I just hope you have some followers out of that. At least?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much. I hope you have a good night, and hopefully talk to you again sometime in the future.
Yeah, by all means. I'll definitely stop by and a lot of your streams and all that good stuff. So I don't.
Yeah.
I'll keep tabs on all that good stuff. But other than that, I'm gonna roll the credits. So, good night, everybody.
All right. Thank you.